Hurricane Irene has already torn through North Carolina, wreaking havoc on coastal cities, costing damages with early estimates in the millions of dollars. D.C. residents are already feeling the impact of steady winds and rain as Irene gains strength en route to New York over to New England states with speeds as high as 90 miles an hour or 145 kilometers an hour.
We're from North Carolina, and we spend a lot of time at the coast, and it's really catching the brunt of this storm. Tidal surges are monumental there right now.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency, known as FEMA, fielded questions as to how devastating the storm would be and how citizens should get prepared for the storm, even though it's not believed sufficient to trigger extratropical transition.
I would not advise people to focus too much on Category 1, 2, or 3. If you're in a hurricane, you're in a hurricane, and it's a big deal.
Even though this may be a Category 1 hurricane, rainfall amounts are not tied to Category storm. It is due to the size and the forward speed of the storm. Some of our most devastating floods have occurred in tropical storms.
Emergency measures will provide 75% federal funding. Officials say Hurricane Irene is moving at slower than usual speeds for storms this size. It's creeping at about 12 to 14 miles an hour. That's up to about 23 kilometers per hour. That means it has more time to collect wind and rain to create problems for homes, businesses, and increase flooding. Evacuation orders covered nearly 2.5 million people along the U.S.'s east coast.
We have operations in more than a dozen states. Our priority right now is sheltering. And last night, we had 13,000 people in our shelters from the states that were evacuated.
This hurricane is expected to affect at least 65 million people. Real estate experts are forecasting damages in the billions of dollars of potential insurance payouts, as Irene is expected to creep up the East Coast to spread its strongest devastation as far north as Maine and into Canada. Colin Campbell, Press TV, Washington.